Tap the glass right now. It does not matter how hard. It does not matter what time of day. The moment you did, something happened in your tank. Your betta near the surface changed its fin angle. Your goldfish in the corner turned 3 degrees toward the sound. Your cichlid paused mid-movement and held perfectly still. All of them registered you. All of them responded. None of them looked alarmed. And that is exactly what this video is about. Welcome to Fish Actually. Subscribe before you leave. What you are about to learn happens every single time you interact with your tank. Stay until the end, because the last thing we cover will change the way you look at your fish forever. Number 1. What fish actually hear when they hear you? Fish do not have ears the way you do. They have something better for their world. 2 systems running at the same time. The first is the lateral line, a row of sensory cells running the length of their body, detecting pressure changes in the water. Not sound exactly. Vibration, movement, displacement. When you tap the glass, speak near the tank, or even walk heavily past it, your fish feels it before it processes anything else. The second system is the inner ear. Yes, fish have one. Connected to the swim bladder in many species, which acts as a resonance chamber, amplifying low-frequency sound the way a drum amplifies a strike. Some fish hear in ranges that overlap almost exactly with the human voice. When you say good morning to your tank, your fish is not ignoring you. It is receiving 2 simultaneous signals, one through the water pressure on its skin, one through its inner ear, both arriving in under a fraction of a second, both carrying information about size, distance, and whether what just happened is familiar. Your voice is not background noise to a fish. It is data. Number 2. The first 3 seconds after your sound reaches them. This is the part most fish keepers never see. Not because it is subtle, because they are not watching for it. In the first second after a vibration or sound reaches your fish, it runs what researchers call a threat assessment. Not a full flight response, not panic. Something smaller. A micro reorientation. The body turns fractionally toward the source. The fins adjust. The eyes, which in many fish can move independently, redirect. If the signal is unknown, the fish drops toward cover, deeper, behind a decoration, into a corner. If the signal is known, something different happens. The fish does not retreat. It holds its position. In some species, it moves toward the surface, toward you. That is not random. That is recognition. The signal arrived. The fish searched its memory. Known or unknown. Safe or threat. Feeding or danger. All of this processed before you have even fully appeared at the glass. Number 3. What different fish do when they sense you? Not every species responds the same way. This is where it gets interesting. The betta is the most individually responsive fish most people will ever keep. Bettas have been shown to distinguish between individual humans. Not just movement, not just shape, individual people. A betta that knows its keeper will flare its fins toward them, not in aggression, but in display. It is showing itself. It is responding to the specific presence of a specific person. A betta that does not know you will go still. Watch from a distance. Assess. The response is measurably different depending on who is at the glass. Goldfish are different. Dismissed for decades as animals with 3-second memories, which is not true and never was. Goldfish in studies have been trained to press levers for food at specific times, and they retain that training for months. A goldfish that has been fed by the same person at the same time of day will begin to congregate near the surface before that person appears. Not when it sees them. Before. In response to the sound of footsteps, the vibration of a door, the acoustic signature of someone approaching. It built a prediction from your pattern. Cichlids are a different matter entirely and considerably more deliberate. Cichlids, particularly the larger species, have demonstrated what researchers describe as individual recognition behavior. They track keeper faces through the glass. They respond differently to strangers. Several species have been documented approaching familiar keepers and staying at the glass for extended periods, oriented directly toward them. Not because food appeared, because the person did. Cichlids that know you treat your presence as an event worth attending to. Number 4. What your presence does to the entire tank at once. When you walk up to your tank, you are not sending one signal to one fish. You are sending a signal to every animal in the water simultaneously. The pressure wave of your footsteps arrives first, before you reach the glass. The lateral lines of every fish in the tank register it at the same moment. Then your silhouette appears. Then the vibration of your voice if you speak. By the time you press your face to the glass, your fish have already run the full sequence. Movement detected. Size assessed. Identity checked. Threat level assigned. In a tank where the fish know you, this ends the same way every time. The tank reorganizes itself toward you, slowly, without drama. The betta drifts up. The tetras turn. The Corydoras on the bottom continue doing what they were doing, which is actually the most significant response of all. Animals that do not pause in your presence are animals that have fully classified you as safe. The ones that keep feeding when you approach. That is trust. That is what months of consistency looks like. Number 5. The thing your presence does that you never intended. Your fish are not just reacting to you. They are anticipating you. A fish that has learned your schedule begins preparing for you before you arrive. The vibration of your alarm. The specific footfall pattern of your morning walk to the kitchen. The sound of the cabinet where you keep the food. Each of these, individually, triggers a feeding response in fish that have been in your care long enough. Research on associative learning in fish shows that they can chain together a sequence of environmental signals, each one building expectation, so that by the time you appear at the tank, the fish are already at the surface, not reacting, anticipating. They learned not just your face, not just your routine, your sounds through the wall. Number 6. What happens when your presence changes? If your fish know you by your pattern, what happens when the pattern shifts? New shoes with a different footfall. A different walk because you are tired or injured. Moving through the room at an unusual time. Your fish notice all of it. Field observers and experienced aquarists have noted that familiar fish show measurably different behavior when something about the keeper's pattern is off. They hold back slightly. They watch more carefully. They do not panic. They assess. When the pattern returns to normal, the fish return to normal, as if they were waiting for you to sound like yourself again. That is not instinct alone. That is familiarity. Number 7. The experiment you can run today. Stand in front of your tank. Do nothing. Do not tap. Do not speak. Stand completely still for 2 minutes and watch where your fish are and how close they come to the glass near you. Then tap once, gently, and watch what happens in the next 3 seconds. The micro reorientation. The turn toward the source. The fins adjusting. Now have someone your fish have never seen approach the tank the same way. Watch the difference. Farther distances. Slower approach. Longer time before returning to normal behavior. The tank knows who you are. The tank does not know them. That is not a trick. That is a relationship that took time to build. Number 8. What this means about what you have already built. You have a relationship with the fish in your tank. A measurable one. A neurologically documented one. One in which both parties recognize each other and behave differently because of it. Every morning you walk to that tank, every feeding, every time you sat near it and watched, every sound you made in that room, your fish filed it, built a picture of you, assigned you a category. And the category they assigned you is not threat. It is not unknown. It is the specific, individual pattern that means safety. Means food. Means the world is working the way it should. That took months. You built that without knowing you were building anything. The next time you walk up to your tank, watch who moves toward the glass first. Watch who stays calm while others check. Watch who was already at the surface before you got there. Those fish were waiting for you. Specifically you. Not a person. Not a silhouette. You. Tell me in the comments, have you ever had a fish that seemed to know you were coming? A betta that displayed for you? A cichlid that followed you along the glass? A goldfish that was always already at the surface? Tell me what fish it was and what it did. I read every single one. Subscribe to Fish. Actually, before you go. Because next time we go somewhere even fewer people have looked.